Hello, everyone. I am BJ from BJ's Crochet, and welcome to Make Along Monday, where we get to share what we are making, working on, doing, what's happening in our lives, what's in our cups, what's on our hooks, needles, drills, paintbrush. We do it all. Let's see who has come to visit. Joy is here. Hi, Joy. Mara's here. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. And there's Cammy Cam. Hi, Cammy. Carla. Hello. And there is Sarah. How is everybody today? How's your weather? It's only 55 here. They say it's sunny. It's sunny now, but it has been overcast all day. It's kind of chilly. I'm not ready for this. How do you go from 88 to 55? I don't understand. But you know what? It's better than 117. So I'll just put on some more clothes. Sandra, good to see you. Thank you for being here. What's everybody working on? I'm working on this ruffled hat for Shorty that I have frogged 3 times. First, I dropped down a hook size because I didn't have enough yarn. And when I got around the last ring, I still didn't have enough yarn. So I frogged back, dropped down from a double crochet to a half double. Still didn't make it around. So I dropped down 2 hook sizes and I'm going to try it again with half double. I should be able to make it all the way around, because if I don't do this last round, it's not fluffy enough. This round really makes it fluffy and she wants it real big. This round looks like a mop cap. And I don't want to hear her mama's mouth. If this doesn't work this time around, I'm going to drop down and do a single crochet and call it a day. It just is. Sarah is working on a scarf for her mother since she doesn't like the triangle shawls. She doesn't. Triangle shawls are my favorite. So you're going to do a rectangle? I like the rectangles. I think the first one I crocheted was the old-fashioned triangle in the granny square stitch, and then I did the 2 rectangles, there we go, in the broomstick lace. Then I did the half circle. I did the triangle Flower Valley shawl. And then I did the half circle Count My Blessings. And I like triangle better. I really do. I don't know why. I just do. Cami says, I spent the last few hours taking apart some projects because I needed some yarn. I'm giving the black shawl away. I decided to make a cream and white bag as a gift bag, hopefully. Oh, so you're going to put the black shawl in the cream and white gift bag. Oh, that's going to be pretty, Cami. With all that yarn you have in your room, why did you have to take things apart? Darcia, welcome in. Thank you for coming. What's in your cup? What's on your hook? Joy is working on a knitted kitten. Really? Are you using needles or are you using a Centro? Dinky Jen, hello. So good to see you. Thank you for coming by. What's in your cup? What's on your hook? And that's what I just asked Jennifer. I just asked everybody what they're making. Suze, hi, good to see you. And there's Noelle. Noelle, did they finally put your makes out for display? What did they do for you? Aisha, hello. My chat jumped. There's Aisha. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Kelly! Thank you, girlfriend. I appreciate you being here. You got your alarm set. I love it. Renee, hello. Good to see you. Thank you for coming by. So, Noelle, Aisha, Kelly, Suze, Renee, what are you working on? And there's Dawn P. Are you back home? Did you leave that beautiful grandson? Were you able to tear yourself away? Cami says, I wasn't sure if I would have enough to make a bag big enough to hold the shawl. Gotcha. Kel says, VJ, I am still drinking coffee and working on my spider. I had to switch over to the tea. I did have, according to my coffee maker, eight cups of water this morning, but we know those are only, 4 to 6 ounce cups. But I'm backing off the coffee, trying to let my tummy heal. Coffee in my cup, third large granny square on my hook. Okay, Suze. And that's for the top you're making, right, Suzanne? You're making those 4 granny squares and you're going to sew them together and put straps on to make that top. Jen is on her 6th spider leg. Got 6 more to go. 6 more to go. So you're going to put 12 legs on that spider? Whoa. Girl, I'm glad that thing is not alive. Noelle says they finally did after my mom sent them an angry email. Yeah, that was horrible. But I'm glad some people got to see your work. That's horrible. I'm so sorry they did that to you, Noelle. That really is just, that's not the way to do business. You can't have people making things and submitting them to you and then you don't show them. Cami says, plus, I have a bag of black and gray variegated yarn to make a block of color. In the bag? You're going to put the black and the gray in the bag? Oh, that's interesting. Kel says, I only drink 1 large cup of coffee a day. I just woke up as usual, but I did set my alarm correctly this time. Kelly, if you wake up at 3 p.m., what time in the morning do you go to bed? How many hours of sleep do you get? When I worked nights, I could not sleep during the day because it was like my neighbors shared 1 lawnmower because somebody was mowing their lawn every day while I was trying to sleep. I'm like, you know what? I can't do nights. I can't sleep. It wasn't working. Sue says, yep, but it's a poncho. And my friend just asked me to make another one in black. Go ahead, Suzanne. All righty then. That's awesome. Noelle says, unfortunately, after that experience, I'm not entering in the fair anymore. I can't say that I blame you, Noelle. I really can't. And that's horrible. That really is horrible. And if they have one of those critique sheets, a lot of times you go and do things and they bring around a sheet and ask you how was your experience and what they can do to make it better. Please be honest. Cindy, hello. So good to see you. How are you feeling today? What's in your cup and what is on your hook? You usually go to bed around 7 a.m. Wow. Because I was working 11 to 7. So I would get home about 7:30 or a quarter to 8. And 8 to 8:30, the lawnmowers would start. I was so mad. And then it was like they do one lawn, and then they move and do the next lawn, and then they move and do the next lawn. And I'm like, can you all just mow all the lawns at the same time and be done? Because I was working nights over the weekends. So the next day, it would be the same thing. And I'm like, didn't you all get all of your lawns mowed yesterday? And I'm a light sleeper, so that really wasn't working for me. Carla is filling up her cup with water. You are a good one. I am getting ready to put the ribbing on a cardigan for my friend's daughter. Ooh, I just got home from my brother's memorial. Carla, oh, honey. I am so sorry. Peace and blessings on you and your family. That is hard. Oh, Carla, I am so sorry you had experienced that. Oh my goodness. That's I only have one sibling and I don't know what I would do without him. I am so sorry. Oh, Carla. And Cindy is saying hi to everybody, all in your chat. So good to see all of you today. Yes, it is good to see everybody because, as with Carla's brother, tomorrow's not promised. The rest of the day is not promised. We just have to take it 1 minute at a time and live by grace. Sandra says, making a throw in pastels. Sandra, I started I started reading your sentence in the middle, and the first thing I saw was pasta and throw. And I'm thinking, why is Sandra throwing the pasta at the wall? Because somebody, it was Kim before she had her surgery. She was saying that how she learned to do pasta was to take a piece and throw it against the wall. And I was like, my mother would have had a heart attack if we had thrown food against the wall. Using a salt, see, Lord help. I should have had more coffee, obviously, but I didn't. So we're going to muddle through this. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fun. And we know how VJ gets at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, which is why we don't do this later on in the night because it just gets scary. And there goes the helicopter, and it's going there. Hey, I don't have to worry about the helicopters anymore because I don't do trauma. And Sandra is using a soft ripple pattern. Ooh, everybody is speaking. There's my sis Andrea. Hello, hello. Run errands and take out the grand. We'll watch replay. God love you, Andrea. I really, really appreciate it. You walk those errands. You can take your time and enjoy your day and kiss that grandbaby for me. VJ, I'm going to be making the bag up as I go. So who knows what my ADHD brain might come up with. I'm scared to ask my brain what plans it has. Kimmy. Why don't you use bag of days pattern that Granny always does for her felted bags? Because that's scary. And Butterfly Dreams just did a couple of bags in her last two shows ago. She did a bag, and she's done one in October because she did it for cancer and breast cancer awareness. The month is October, and we just lost our dear Suzanne Summers to breast cancer. So prayers for her and her family. She passed yesterday, the day before her 77th birthday, which was today. So prayers for her. When I first read it and they were saying her husband's name, and I'm like, that's not who she's married to. She's married to Kurt. She's living with Kurt Russell. And then it's like, no, you're thinking about Goldie Hawn. Back up. I had my blonde actresses all confused. Trish is lurking because she is sewing. Hey, I'm all about the lurking. We're here to get things done. That's why I read the chat. Everybody say hi to Kiwi. Good to see you. And it's about, let's see, it's 3:15 here. 20. I can't even add it up. That I can't go there. What is it? 2 o'clock Tuesday afternoon, Trish. I can't even do it because military time crosses over and I'm in a whole nother day. Lord help me. Help me. Viola Joe. Darcia says, I have 3 whips on my hook that I started at 11 o'clock last night. Darcia, you started 3 whips at 11 o'clock last night. I'm getting there and water in my cup. I'm not going to leave it there. What three whips? And why did you start three at 11 o'clock last night? What's going on in your brain, Darcia? You got to explain this to me. Inquiring minds want to know. You know my middle name is Question. You can't leave me hanging like that. Cammy is playing with Cindy. Joy says blanket hugs to all who came in. Thank you. Kel says, oh yes, those pesky lawnmowers. I yell at them sometimes. Girl, they worked my last nerve. And the last thing you want to do is try to work trauma in a university hospital when you've had no sleep. And they always came up with some crazy combination. And I was like, I can't do all of that at the same time. I'm going to do this part and I'm going to do this part. And then I'll come back and do this part. And they're like, oh, but I want it all done on one injection. And I'm like, oh okay. It's not going to be pretty. Yeah, I had to get off nights. Jennifer says, "Hey, Kel, gonna be interesting. Us both making spiders." Ooh, and when I finally got logged on today because YT wanted to verify my account, and I'm like, who else do you think I am? And my code wouldn't go through. But when I finally got in here, I snuck in the back door. They had this lady on the front page, and she had done a spider beanie. I put it in my watch later list. It's crocheted because I have to see how she did that. I'll never do it, especially if it's a graft. It's never going to happen. But I want to see how she did it. Gigi, hello. Still working. Hope everybody is doing well. Talk to you later. Thank you so much for coming by, Gigi. I appreciate it. And she's still working. Oh my. I appreciate you being here. They don't understand us. Vampires need our day sleep. Tell them, tell them, tell them. Oh, and then I forgot my previous house was on the flight path between Lambert Airport and Scott's Air Force Base, and the fighter jets would fly in formation over my house just as I was getting into a deep sleep. I'd be like, Lord, please, why? Yeah, I was like, I've got to move. I can't do this anymore. I've got to go. When I bought that house, the Air Force Base was not housing their fighter planes at the airport. Dawn is at home, had to get back in time to wait for the next grandchild due November the 2nd ish. Yeah, we know they come when they want to come. Oh, good, Grandma. I'm glad you're home. Everybody's sending love and hugs. Yeah, we are so sorry, Carla. Yeah, we're praying for you, girl. We've got your back, Carla. You're going through a tough time, but we got you. Oh, Carla, I am so deeply, deeply sorry, hon. Prayers for you and your family and big hugs. Yeah, we got you. We got you. Chris, hello. For Friday, we'll have these socks. Wednesday may have my son's sweater. Well, Wednesday is Whip Wednesday, so it does not have to be done. Today equals flavored water and making sets of placemats. Okay. What color placemats? What stitch are you using? Kathleen, hello. Good to see you all on this cold, wet Monday. It's cold here, but it's not raining. Yay. Drinking pumpkin pie sparkling water. Really? And working on a shawl. Are you knitting or crocheting your shawl? Pumpkin pie sparkling water. My water has to be cold. I can't imagine. It's interesting, but I can't imagine. Yeah, and Chris is so sorry, Carla. Yes, we are all so sorry. Everybody is speaking. Kathleen is telling Chris that's a lot of work. Yeah, prayers going up. Oh no, I didn't know that. Rest in peace, Suzanne. She fought it for many, many years. Yeah, they said the article I read said that what is it? It's been 23 years and it just came back in July. And she says, I fought it before, I'll fight it again. But from July to October, that's quick. And I'm sorry, but they said she was going to fight. Zoila, hello, hello. So good to see you. Thank you for coming by. What's in your cup? What's on your hook? And Christine's in the house. Yay! What's in your cup and what's on your hook? And did you answer me last week when I asked you if you could do the Hawaiian hula? That would be fun. Yes, VJ, I think trauma nurses need their sleep for sure. Girl, yes. Yes. Jen Jen Kelly is asking if you are making the spider for Crystal's crochet along. Dinky Jen is speaking to everybody. Kelly says, this is only my second amigurumi, so it's coming along, but slowly. Hey, this is only your second amigurumi. You're doing great to have it come along. Darcia says, your guess is as good as mine. My brain did a 393 angle and working on a pattern. I don't know what happened. Darcia, I love you. Did a 393 angle. You don't know what happened. I love it. Zoila is saying hi to everyone. Zoila, how is Esteban? And how is your mother? And everybody is sending prayers to Carla. Yes. Sandrine, hello, hello. How are you coming with the mosaic blanket? And what is in your cup? Kel says, VJ, we had a train track almost in our backyard. What? In one house we lived in, but after a while I got used to it and never even noticed it anymore. That's what my in-laws say, because they have a train track about a mile from where they live. And they said they don't hear that train anymore. I hear it, but they say they don't hear it anymore. Kathleen says knitting as usual. Okay. Now we know. You know, I have to ask because every now and then you sneak crochet in there on me. So I have to ask because sometimes you do stuff just to see if I'm paying attention. I'm paying attention, Kathleen. Mona, so good to see you. Thank you for coming by. What's in your cup? What's on your hook? You had a couple of projects going last time I talked to you. What are you doing? And Dinky Jen is saying hi to everybody. Carla says, thank you all. I needed your support today and I truly appreciate it. You are so welcome, Carla. We are here for you because that's why we have this community, so we can support each other and we can be here for each other. And somebody is on 24 hours a day, so you are never alone. You wake up in the middle of the night and you need somebody to talk to, log into these YT streets. There will be somebody here because there's somebody all over the country. When we're in bed, you got the West Coast people that are up, you got the South African people who are up, the people in Australia and New Zealand are up later on. There's always somebody here. There is always somebody here. You are never alone in this community. Soila says nothing on my hook, cooking dinner, yellow rice, beans, and beef stew with salad for mom. Yellow rice, beans, and beef stew. Okay. Okay. Is Esteban home with you? Or does he live somewhere else? Peace and blessings, dear Shatika. How are you? Welcome in. What's in your cup? What's on your hook? Sandra says she lived near an airport in Nashville for 50 years. The noise doesn't bother me. My late husband used to say I could hear a gnat fart. I guess that's from all the years of being a single parent. I had to hear my kids if they got up in the middle of the night. I had to get up and go see what was wrong. What were they doing? Were they sleepwalking? Were they headed toward the basement? What was going on with my children? And so I've always been a light sleeper. You would think that I would outgrow it after my kids got grown, but then I got shorty. So I had to hear if she stopped breathing at night or what was going on with her. I had her in the room with me. And Cindy is telling everybody hello, and it's so good to see everyone. Kelly says, my mom was supposedly cancer free in September. Then by February, she was full of it again and passed in April. Oh, Kelly, I am so sorry. Yeah, and your mother was so tired. She did not want to go through chemo again. She was cancer free in September. And then by February, it was full again. And from February to April, that's only 2 months. Yeah, Kelly, that was rough. I was there with you for that. That was hard. And I am so sorry you had to go through that. And she just didn't want to do it anymore. And that was hard on you. That was hard. Nobody wants that to happen. Aiden just left after spending the night, and I'm so happy. Yeah, you're so happy until the next time that you want him. You're going to want him again in 2 days. Zona says, Kelly, I'm doing the spider, but I still haven't started. I'm so far behind. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. So saying, hi, Queen Mosaic. Hi, Queen Sandrine. Miguel, thank you so much for the thumbs up. I appreciate you coming by. I really do. Kels is telling Darcia, don't feel bad. I was trying to learn this really odd granny square and ended up with a granny triangle. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I've done that. I've done that. Yeah. Yeah, I've done that. Chris says the placemats equal eggplant from Premier Home and the lemon peel stitch. Oh, I like the lemon peel stitch. Water, and it's coming along. Very good, Sandrine. Good. I'm glad it's coming along. I'm so blessed. Both Mom and Esteban are much better. Thanks for asking. Oh, girl, you are so welcome. You know we care. You know we care. Dinky Jen is saying to Kelly, it's amigurumi for Ami Wars. Plus, I'll be wearing them for the Thursday before Halloween at the cat shop I volunteer at for one day only. I wonder what the cats are going to think about the spiders. Oh, that'll be interesting. Kelly says, hi, Zarla Hun. I'm behind too, but once you actually get it started, it goes pretty fast. The slowest part is all the increases in the head. The body is much easier. From your lips. Noelle says, I got a job interview with Michaels tomorrow. We know where Noelle's paycheck is going to be going, right? You've got a job interview at Michael's. Good luck, Noelle. That would be an awesome place to work. That really would. That'd be fun. Kel says, Dinky Jen, that sounds fun. It does. Mona says, I'm drinking some sweet tea. Still have the 2 projects on my hook. You've only got 2 projects on your hook, so that's good. You're not like Granny D with Mount Whitmore or me with 8 projects. But I'm only doing one at a time. Oh, oh, Sandrine, he didn't. Oh, I told you to get him a crib. See, I'm sorry. That came out before I thought about it, but I told you so. Then you won't be as sick if he's not in the bed with you breathing in your face. But oh my goodness. And then twice? Oh, I am so sorry. Yeah, I know you didn't feel like all that. Oh, they're probably gotten used to the sound. They became sound blind. Yep, Suze, that's exactly it. They sure did. They sure did. But that's not my testimony. Kathleen says, Darcia, that sounds like me. I make the weirdest oops. I am the queen of frog. You hear me? Valia, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping by to give the thumbs. Got to run celebrating my grandson's 21st birthday. You have a 21-year-old your grandson is a man. Congratulations, Grandma. 21. Woo. I'll never live to see my grandbabies be 21, but that's okay. I'm going to enjoy the ride. Esteban is staying with me for a while. He's on a strict diet. He's a bit overweight, so he's having a big salad with chicken. There you go. There you go. You can do it, Esteban. You can do it. KK, welcome in. Thank you for coming by. How are you? And what are you up to today? Zoila says, thanks, Kelly, for letting me know about the spider. Yes. Kathleen is saying, Kelly, same happened with my brother. I hate that for you. Blessed memories of your mom. Yeah. It was Carla lost her brother. Kelly lost her mom. Kel says, Zoila, yeah, hon, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Good afternoon, KK. Where are you? We're in afternoon here in central Missouri, but we got people here from all over. Where are you? Noel, good luck. I'll be praying for you. Yes, we want Noel to get that job. Sandra says, cooler weather brings out the best in us. Sent a blanket over to our son's house, and they sent a huge container of homemade chili. Oh, wow. 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 That is awesome. Now, the next question is, can they make chili? Is it good chili? If not, you can doctor it up, but it's the thought that counts. That is awesome. Chili does sound good. Yeah. Jennifer says, I don't know anything about Crystal's crochet along, but I may go watch it, Kelly. Okay, that's 2 people who said Kathleen, so I gotta scroll up because apparently I missed something. Yep, I sure did. Kathleen says, Kelly, same happened with my brother. I hate that for you. Blessed memories of your mom. Oh, Kathleen, I am so sorry. Oh my goodness. And I'm sorry I missed that the first go through. VJ's not reading very well today. Darcy says, Kel, I hope you still remember the stitch because those are awesome. Okay. Zoila says, Jen, please check out the spider. It's cool, but I'm using orange yarn not to freak mom out. Yeah. Not unless you want them off the floor. VJ, no cats in the shop. It's thrift items only and hopefully plenty of customers. Oh, I thought it was two different places because I know you do the thrift store thing, but I thought the cat shop also had cats in it because they have some of those restaurants that actually have cats on the premises. And while you're sitting there drinking your coffee, you can play with the cats. I don't know why you'd want to play with cats while you're drinking coffee, but they're that it's doable. And I think some of the cats are even adoptable. I've never been. I'm not because I don't want to bring somebody home. Victoria was making dinner for my dad, and I so forgot you were on today. That's okay. You got to feed your father. And I thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And after you finish cooking, which is a craft, what are you going to be working on? Yes, happy birthday to Belia's grandson. I can't believe she's got a 21-year-old grandson. Noel says, just pray if I do get hired that they're not another Joanne. That place messed me over. 4 hours a week, kept me off the schedule for 8 weeks during the holiday season, and laid me off via a phone call. What? 4 hours a week. So that's part-time. That's below part-time. Kept me off the schedule for 8 weeks during the holiday season and then laid me off via a phone call. Wow. Kelly's telling Zoila she chose orange too. I thought that would scare the grandkids less. And then they messed up her unemployment claim by telling them you quit. How could they tell them that you quit if they laid you off? That's wrong. That is so wrong. As my aunt used to say, that's wrong as two left shoes. You missed that. You probably caught up by now because you know I'm always behind in the chat. I'll keep going. You probably answered me. Jen says, Zoila, I will. My two spiders are glittery. It's the putting together that will be the hardest this week. Hopefully done for FO Friday. Okay. KK says, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to say more than I meant to say good evening. That's okay. Awesome, Sandra. I trade a blanket for a pot of chili. Yes, indeed. It is. Her dad just got home from rehab, I believe. Victoria, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe he had a hip replacement. Kathleen says, Carla, my heart goes out to you. Prayers going up and blessings. When the prayers go up, the blessings come down. I don't know why I have this finger thing going today. It's just happening. It's just happening. Yep, great minds think alike. Yes, indeed. Sandra says she's a good cook. Ooh, they usually send us chili and homemade soup. You know, you can't make a small pot of either. That is the truth. And there is where I'm having trouble trying to scale down recipes to cook for one. It really is. I took one of my little ramekins and made a ramekin full of lasagna. It was so hard. And then I put it on a cookie sheet in case it ran over. It's like, I want some veggie lasagna. I want whole wheat noodles, and I'm gonna play with this. So I have to play with it a little more. It wasn't quite up to par, but I'm gonna keep playing with it until I get it down. Victoria said, well, Zoila, after my dad is home from rehab for his hip surgery, I remembered. I am making a few of his favorites. That's awesome, Victoria. I'm gonna pat myself on the back. I actually remembered something. Kel says, Jen, I hate the sewing together part. I have half a pumpkin, half a ghost, and parts of a spider. I was thinking about sewing them all together like Frankenstein. Kelly, that might actually be cute. That might actually be cute because you got half a pumpkin and half a ghost and parts of a spider. You can sew the spider parts on the pumpkin and set the half a ghost on top. Oh man. Oh man. Yes, we are happy KK is here. He has become a very good supporter and I greatly appreciate it. Victoria is working on knitting mittens. Ooh. Yes, a great craft for the winter. One part of my friend's gift. Oh, that's awesome, Victoria. We are missing thumbs up, please, for our. Oh, thank you, Zoila. I appreciate that. Is there some info on the spider? I'd like to check it out. Roberta, you've been sitting in the background. Roberta, what you got in that I'm gonna call it flask because I can't think of what that's called. Um, Dinky Jen and or Kelly. Whose spider pattern are you doing? I think Roberta, I think she said somebody said it was Crystal's crochet along. Uh Crystal something and the crazy cat lady. Jen says we used to have a cat cafe where you could play with the cats for a price of £15 for the allotted hour. I don't think they had many customers. They were gone within the year, and those were pre-COVID days. Yeah, you had to pay £15 to play with £15 an hour to play with cats. That was a little steep to my way of thinking. Carol, hello, hello. So good to see you. Thank you for coming by. What's in your cup? What's on your hook? There's Dawn Aaron. How are you doing, sweetheart? Same questions. And Dawn Aaron, have you heard from our sweet Amy Long lately? Zoila says, oh man, I was on Top Chat again. I hate that that's the default. I really do. I really do. I don't know why it's the default. Cindy says, that is messed up for real about the Joanne comment above. I agree. I agree. I agree. But then, if you got a lawyer, you would pay them more in fighting, not getting the unemployment insurance than you would probably get. Because how are you going to prove that you didn't quit since they called over the phone? If she hadn't, most people don't record their phone calls, so she had no proof. That's really messed up. Zoila says, Noel, let us know if you see any sales. DJ, you cook a whole recipe, freeze portions. They last well in freezer for up to a year. Roberta, after I've had it a couple of times, I don't want it anymore. And I have had things in the freezer for a long time because I don't want it anymore. Yeah. 2 servings, I'm done. There's Granny. Hello, hello, Granny. How are you? Thank you for coming by. And you are going to have tea in your cup, and I'm not even going to ask you what's on your hook because I only have 15 minutes. How is your grandbaby's Afghan coming along, Granny? You just got in from errands. Ooh. Kelly says, I only see 5 thumbs. I'd say we're behind. I only have 5 thumbs? I've got 24 people here? Okay. How many people are on the TV? Please go to your phone and hit the thumbs. I'd appreciate it. Or you can come back later and hit the thumbs. I'd appreciate that too. And if you come back later and hit the thumbs, bring a friend, have them sign up. I'd appreciate having them. It's a potion bottle, aka vodka. Whoa. Zoila says, that's it. Crystal, the crazy cat lady. I thought there was something else in between Crystal and the crazy cat lady. She changed her name, didn't? That's it. Crystal, the Yorny chicken and crazy cat lady. That's what I was thinking of. I couldn't get it out. I got the crazy cat lady part right. No pattern is being released. Okay, so Roberta, you'll have to go back to the first video in the crochet along and just work along with them until you catch up. Sewn together, I don't mind sewing. I find it relaxing, but this time the pieces are tiny and I may swear. Ooh. Roberta says, okay, I know what you mean. Thank you. When it starts out with K, that crystal is the first one I think of. Darcy is telling Kelly, to me, that's a great idea. Something new, something different. That's awesome. Kelly says, sorry if I missed any comments, trying to catch up. Girl, you know what? It is what it is. Not a problem. I talk to Amy every day usually. Okay. So how's she doing? Roberta, my spider pattern is off Pinterest. And hello. Zoila says, I haven't seen Amy in a while. I know. Roberta says, thanks, guys. I'll see if I can find it. Cindy says, thumbs up, sweet VJ. Oh, thank you. Heading out, and we'll see you all here in a little bit at our precious Granny D's. Thank you, Cindy. I appreciate it. Everybody speaking. Kel says, Zoila, Amy is on hospice care and will most likely not be able to come back, but she loves for friends to text her. Okay. Okay. Okay, Roberta, Zoila posted the video. Granny saying hi to everybody. Everybody's speaking. Zoila says, Kelly, thanks for letting me know. Prayers for Amy. Yes, prayers for Amy. Granny says, slowly but surely. Sandrine says 29 thumbs. Yay! Oh, Jen says 31 thumbs. Thank you all very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Roberta says she smashed it on the way in. And Granny was number 24. All right, Granny, you number 24. Go on with your bad self. Thank you, Granny. Kel says, I may have missed a few comments because my groceries got delivered a minute ago. There is nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that. 31 thumbs is what Mara saw. Thank you, Mara. Paula, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming by. What's in your cup? What's on your hook? Darcia says, VJ, when it's in the freezer, out of sight, out of mind, unless it's something I really wanted. That too. That too. And then I don't have a chest freezer anymore. The only freezer I have is the freezer on top of my refrigerator, so it does not hold a lot. Yeah. And then, as you say, it gets buried. But then, like I said, after I've had it a couple of times, I don't want it again. Oh, Roberta says she found that she was unsubscribed from her. I wish YouTube wouldn't do that. What's really funny is people I haven't visited in a long time, I'm still subscribed to. The people that I visit regularly, I'm unsubscribed to. How does that happen? Kelly says, Dorcia, I think it would be cool, but I need the spider for the crochet along. But I may possibly do another and then sew them all together. You're going to make like a spider boa. Oh. Hi, Paula. Good to see you. Yeah, sweet Amy remains in my, I just I just can't wrap my brain around it. I just cannot. Thank you, Trish. I appreciate you being here. I really do. You can just lurk away. Uh Christine says, I did practice the art of hula. I haven't found a studio here on the mainland, but it's in my blood. All right, girlfriend. Also, as quite my knees aren't as quick as they used to be. A lot of people don't know that most hula moves are powered by the knees. Oh, Pinky hug. Hello, hello, girlfriend. It's so good to see you. Thank you so much for coming by. What's in your cup? What's on your hook? Or are you still at work? What are you doing? Barbara, hello, hello. So good to see you. Same questions. Hi, Marsha Lee. Girl, that's okay. What did you have for dinner? Anything interesting? I'm all about the food. Roberta is saying to Darcia, we look in the freezer on days we don't really want to cook, so rarely spoils. That's awesome. That really is. I did more freezer meals when my kids were home. Not so much now. Amy is in a lot of pain. Oh, and is having a hard time not being able to crochet. She's just too tired. It's so hard when we can't do the things we love. Yes. Oh, and crochet would take her mind off of it, but she's too tired. I am so sorry. Oh, I am so sorry. It breaks my heart. It just breaks my heart because she was going to come down here this year for the Fiber Festival, and we were going to meet up, but her friend who was going to bring her ended up in the hospital. So then she had planned on coming down here next year for the Fiber Festival, but she's not going to be here. Oh, it breaks my heart. Thank you, Paula. It just breaks my heart. And she's such a sweet person. Oh, thank you, Paula. Christine says, I love freezing candy inside of a mixed veggies bag so no one steals my sugar stash. Christine, I just saw that on one of those Facebook clips the other day. This lady had hidden her candy stash inside of a frozen bag of peas and carrots. And she had it sitting up there in the freezer. Zoila saying, Kelly, that's worse. At least when I crochet, I am in my happy place. Yeah. Yeah. And when I was going through treatment, that's when I went back to crochet because it relaxed me. And she can't do that. And that breaks my heart. Okay, Zoila. Yeah, we don't want you we don't want you burning the food. Your mother will not be happy. I know, Christine, that's awesome. Pinky Hooks, love that name. Howdy, it is. I like Pinky Hooks much better than X. I have to say. Roberta says, Christine, so is belly dancing. They are similar. Belly dancing, you don't really use your knees, you use your hips. If you use your knees, you're not doing it right. You use your hips and you try to work on your abdominals for belly dancing. That's the one I took. You have the flu. Oh, honey, it's too early in the season for that nonsense. Please feel better soon. I'm sending prayers your way. What are you crocheting? Barbara's got water and jiggly puff. Your puff is going to jiggle? Oh, Barbara, please put that in FO in my Facebook group in FO Friday when you finish that, because I would love to see that. I got to see how the puff jiggles. I love puffs. Marshallie had salmon with white rice and mixed vegetables. It was so good. The salmon was done in the oven. I turned on my oven for the first time yesterday because it was cold in here. Roberta says, but then on the freezer food thing, we also have 3 adults in the house. Makes a difference. That does make a difference. When my kids were little, because I would cook batches on the weekends, and then I would do, put container meals in the freezer. So when I got home, so when we got up in the morning, I would take them out of the freezer and put them in the refrigerator. And then when I got home from work in the evening, I would take it out of the refrigerator and put it in the microwave so that they could eat and do homework and stuff. Roberta says, Christine, they'd sniff it out in my house. Kelly says, I made salmon patties and fried taters and spinach last night for dinner. They were so good. I hadn't made them in a couple years. I've got 2 packs of salmon in there to make salmon patties out of. I just haven't done it yet. I might do that tomorrow. Kel's saying to Zoila, I missed you at Granny D's Friday. I miss everybody when they're not there, but it doesn't click that I haven't seen them until somebody brings it to my attention that so-and-so wasn't here. And I go, that's right, they weren't. Jen says, we all love and miss Amy. Please tell her we are thinking of her, Kelly. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Trish says, I learned belly dancing and we used our hips and knees. Okay. Not as much as the hula from what I'm thinking that Christine is saying. Or it might be the kind of belly dancing you were doing too, because my instructor was like, it's all in hips. So it might be just, who you learned it from. And Pinky is doing a C2C blanket. Okay. And Kelly will definitely tell Amy, thank you. It was freezing in here this morning too. I was so cold. I had put a heating pad on my knee just to stay warm. I was not turning up that heat. It is so good to see you again. It is so good to have your smiling face back. I can't tell you how good it is to see you. That's why I told you not to delete your channel. I was praying that you would turn around and come back, and I am so happy that you did. My prayers have been answered. I always had a pot of homemade soup simmering on the stove in winter for the kids after school. On my days off, I would actually cook something during the day. I wouldn't have to, because I used to work every other weekend. So there would be 2 weeks where I would be home one day in the week and I would cook that day. And I'd go pick them up from school and bring them home and open the door and they'd walk in and they'd be like, Mom cooked today. I'm like, yeah, I cooked. And they loved when I made meatloaf. Roberta says, I have some salmon in the freezer too. Good idea. Sandrine says, Kel, also tell her we love and miss her so much. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Marshallie says, on my hook is the mosaic crochet blanket. Here we go again. Okay, Marshallie, here we go again. But Kel, thanks so much for letting me know that she likes text messages, because I have her on Messenger, so I will text her. Yes, I had a blanket on my knees too. It was colder today, girl. I just found my little arthritis gloves. I'm gonna put them on my hands too because my hands were cold. And I went to church yesterday. I hadn't been to my daughter's church because their air conditioner went out. So it was cooler yesterday, and I had planned on going to church, and I had on layers. The furnace didn't come on Saturday. So Sunday the church was cold, and I'm like, "Oh, help me." It's either hot or it's cold. But we made it through. Oh, you are so welcome, honey. That's why we're here, cuz we support each other. This is family. This is family. This is what we do. There is no drama allowed here. Apparently bending your knees a titch, it makes your hips move more. Yeah, we bent our knees, but we weren't doing the back and forth with the knees, but we had to bend our knees and tuck in the pelvis and work from the hips, but we weren't supposed to rock the knees back and forth. Yeah. When my aunt learned belly dancing, she lost 100 pounds. What? Oh, I have to pull my tapes out and start working again. I've been threatening to teach Shorty. Marsha Lee says, "How do you ladies in the chat stay focused enough to finish your blanket projects?" Well, Marsha Lee, it depends upon who you ask. Don't ask Granny D because that's why she has Mount Whitmore. It usually works better if you're making it for somebody because then you want to get finished so you can give it to them. Kelly, Sandrine Kelly says she will. She misses everybody too. I have never had salmon soup, Kathleen. Is it creamed base? Kathleen, please post the recipe in my Facebook group. Trish, you are doing very well because that's why I read everybody's chat so the people in the chat can work. Kelly says, "Yes, VJ, please do. It will cheer her up to know everybody loves her and misses her." Oh yeah, yeah, I sure will, Kelly, because I've got her, but I didn't know if she was doing messages or what she was doing because I knew she was taking time to be with family. But oh yes, I will text her because I'm so blown away. I really am. That hurt. That really did. Trish says it's stormy and cold and raining here today. Spring is cold. We have two seasons here, winter and summer. We don't have spring and fall. We don't get it. Roberta says, "Marsha, it is a trial. I just can't be distracted with other projects. I promise I can do those when the blanket is done." Okay. And Zoila sending hugs to everybody. Kel says, "Trish, the weather is the same here, cold, wet, and gloomy." Ooh, it's supposed to be 73 here on Wednesday. I get to go out and mow. Roberta says, "I learned belly dancing after my daughter was born. Got back in shape fast." Oh, okay. Kathleen says, "No, okay, I will." It's not cream based. Oh, girl, I got to see this recipe. I've never had salmon soup. Thank you. Everybody who's interested in this salmon soup, check my Facebook group. Kathleen will post the recipe for us because I am intrigued. I really am. Okay. I got to get these finished for the market in a few days. I'll be pleased to never make another fingerless glove again. Oh, you made them in a flat panel and you have to sew them together. I made mine in a round just for that reason because I didn't want to sit down and sew them together. Okay, Roberta, thank you so much for being here. And we are going to do a VJ raid over at Granny D. Thompson's. Kelly says, "VJ, I think we only have summer and winter too." Yeah, but it just goes. Yeah, it's horrible. Pinky says, "I stay focused by watching." Wait a minute. Pinky's name is Shania. Shania says, "I stay focused by watching other channels, but it has to be long tutorials or watching Perry Mason or Murder She Wrote. I can really get a lot of rows done. Okay. I like the Murdoch mysteries. My last favorite was Discovery of Witches. That was fun. Roberta says, yes, I would like that recipe, please. Christine says, the West Coast is drunk. Alexa just told me we have a heat advisory for the next week, 85 degrees. Christine. Kelly, love you too, honey. Happy I made it on time. Now, oh yeah, Wednesday is an hour. See, Wednesday. Shorty has a full day Wednesday, so I will have to pick her up at 3. So yes, we will be at 1:45 Central this Wednesday. Yeah, so we'll have a break in between my live and Granny D's. Thank you, Kelly. Yes, I thought panels were easier than in the round. They are, well, they can be, but you have to sew them together, and I don't like sewing stuff together. You love Discovery of Witches? I loved it. Yes. And you like Murdoch Mysteries? I liked that too. I like that too. Adele, hello, hello. Thank you so much for watching and sending hugs. And you've been in the bushes and watching me on TV. I appreciate it. And we are going. What is the Eastern time? It's an hour later, so it will be 2:45 Eastern, 1:45 Central. Oh, and Paula says she likes it too. Okay, Mara, thank you. I want to thank everybody who has spent this last hour with me. You could have spent it anywhere, but you chose to spend it with me, and I do not take it lightly. I appreciate each and every one of you. As we showed Carla today, this is a family. We will love you, hug you, pray for you, and support you because that's why we're here. We're here for each other and no drama. We don't do drama. We are crafting and cooking and all of the happy things over here. Please socially distance. Do what you need to do to protect yourself because as Shanya's just showed us, the flu is going around, and we know several members of the family that have the C. We don't need that in our lives. We're going to do a VJ raid over at Granny D. Thompson's. I know Zoila has saved me a seat in the front row so I can get my daily dose of fiber. Thank you, Adele. Love, hugs, and kisses to you all. And I will see you all over at Granny's. Thank you so much. Take care now. Bye bye.